This ain't nothing new, you know just what we're doing. Life's hard, but we're gonna make it through it. Life's hard, but we're gonna make it through it. You can't stop this train. You know we not doing it for the fame, but up in the city, people knowing the name. Cause we don't stop, won't stop, yeah, we keep it rolling. Don't stop, won't stop, yeah, we keep it going.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of A Break with Jake. I got my man here, Michael Warren, in the house. How we feeling?
What's good, baby?
My man, appreciate you for coming, dude.
Let's get it.
I really appreciate it. We played a show during CMA Fest together at Teddy's Tavern, so we got to chop it up a little bit, but didn't really get to get into it. It's loud in there, a lot of people, so I'm super excited to have you here, man. It just made me happy whenever I saw you on the schedule. I was like, let's get after it.
Let's go, yeah.
My man, let's start here. Michael Warren, talk to me about where you're from. Where do the roots come from? Where are you at? Where do you call home?
Man, so my parents are both from Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, Madison, Mississippi area, Greenville, and then they got transferred when I was a little kid, so we moved to Birmingham, Alabama, right outside Shelby County area.
Shelby County, shout out.
Shout out Shelby County.
That's it, baby.
Helena Elementary,
Hey. So you're in Alabama. Talk to me about what's it like growing up in Alabama. Let me. I just want to know, because I'm from a small town too.
Yeah.
What's it like growing up there? What was it like, bro?
Man, every small town, there wasn't really much to do. You know what I'm saying? So you really had to use your imagination all the time. A lot of outside. Parents didn't really worry about where you were. They were just like, be home when the sun went down. You know what I'm saying?
That's the best, bro. I mean, I will fight for small towns forever.
All the time.
You gotta find trouble, bro.
Absolutely.
Because like in the big cities, with the people who grow up in the big cities, it's easy to get in trouble.
Big time.
With us, man, it's like we gotta go find it,
That's
and it's rare if you got that county cop coming to your stop. You know what I'm saying?
Because we only really had one, and it was Officer Billy, man.
The one.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're from. We're on the same line.
We had one, Officer Billy,
and everyone was cool with him.
That's it. Everybody was cool with him.
It was like he was like, all right, y'all. It's time to go home.
That's right,
bro. So that's crazy. I love that, man. So talk to me. You grow up there. It's small town vibes. Yep. How long were you there? Like, did you go all the way to high school there?
Man, yeah, all the way through. Well, I did Shelby County, and then I ended up graduating from Hoover High School.
Is that in Alabama?
Yeah, right outside of Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So we had 2-a-days and all that stuff, that TV show.
Oh, snap, man, no way.
So that's kind of like when our city changed, man, after we had that MTV TV show.
That's a big one.
Yeah, it was a big show.
So what's, like, how many people are you graduating with? Do you remember?
So when I graduated, I was 600 people.
Oh, you're small, bro. Because I mean that's an average size. Yeah. But like I was 100, but 600 is still.
Yeah, we like I said, we blew up once Coach Probst came in 2-a-days hit. So everybody was like, let's go to Hoover.
That's it,
but it's
man.
like before that happened, I mean, there were 2-lane roads and all that kind of stuff.
I love it, bro. Oh, we're gonna have a good time, bro, because we'll relate really big time. So I want to get into you're growing up there. Are you doing music there? When do you find music? What gets you into music? What's your first memory of being like, I want to do this? Because I just want to chop it up, man. Yeah. Let's see.
I mean, first core memory, we had like a little singing group. We were, I forgot what we were called, but we just loved Boyz II Men, All For One, all that stuff. So we had our little singing group on the playground. We were serenading all the girls. We were serenading all the girls and shit.
Boyz II Men is
we killed it.
That's one of the best groups ever.
We had one song.
What's the song?
We had two songs. We did the Coca-Cola theme song. You remember when Tyrese did the little do-do-do-do?
Yep.
We did that. Yep. And then we did End of the Road. That was our jam. That's what we did.
Although we've come to the end. Oh my God, bro. What a song.
That's it.
I just feel like the Boyz II Men serenading on the playground. That's what I wish I would have done. Because I didn't have that in my bag, and you had it in.
We had 5-part harmonies.
Y'all were doing it.
We was in there
during recess.
Yeah, same. We would wear the same T-shirt, same jeans, and the same Timberland Euro hikers.
Incredible. so that's your first memory of music.
Yeah,
I want to ask, bro, when you're growing up, just because, I mean, I grew up on a lot of different stuff too. Boyz II Men being one of them. What did your parents put in your ears? What do you remember growing up listening to that kind of, the first thing? That's a big moment in music career.
So like obviously I feel like most people's first thing is Michael Jackson. Everybody wanted to moonwalk. That was cool, but like what really got me into music, I'm going to say Bob Marley and James Taylor. Two different things.
I love that.
When I heard James Taylor, Carolina in my mind, I was like, that is what I want to do.
Well, I mean, I've listened to your music, and anyone watching needs to listen. We're gonna get into that, but you can tell because you're very versatile. I can tell with melodies, I can tell with lyrics.
Yeah.
So I can tell you grew up listening to a lot of different stuff. That's why I wanted to ask that, man.
I mean, we were going from like James Taylor to fucking Master P, make them say, "Oh," you know what I'm saying?
Dog,
like,
so
I like,
and them small towns, bro.
South.
There's nothing else to do,
it's
bro.
It's country and it's rap.
That's it.
That's it.
And like you see it with everyone, bro. Even with like Morgan Wallen, you'll see him with just rapping like anything, bro.
Right.
And it's like when you grow up in that small town South. I got my best friend here. He's the same way. It's like you just grow up listening to, and it's weird how that happens, but it's country and rap.
Absolutely.
And I can see how we're a lot of people are collabing now.
Yep.
And it doesn't shock me because most of them are small town people.
Right. I mean, and it's like, when you would go to spring break, you'd have your mix CD, mixtape, whatever. 100%. It's going to have some Tim McGraw on there, some Alan Jackson, some Master P, some Gucci Man.
You're mixing
everything.
It up, bro.
Everything. So there's no reason, in my opinion, that there should be genres. It's just like, play what the fuck you want to play. Sing what you want to sing.
I love, bro, right. I'm with you 100% on that.
Ain't nobody trying to sing country every day, and ain't nobody trying to rap every day.
You can't, bro, because you'll get burnt out. If you're listening to that the whole time, that's what I loved. I could just tell it in your music.
Yep.
You can tell by melodies, bro. Absolutely. You really can. It's like, so I'm really glad I asked that because I know you grew up listening to different stuff.
All over the place.
Man, I really love it. So you're growing up there. You go to high school there. Did you play any sports?
I did. So I did Pee Wee from 5th to 10th grade.
Wait, Pee Wee?
Pee Wee football.
Okay.
Yeah. So
y'all
call it Pee Wee.
We didn't call it Pee Wee.
What y'all call it?
With like little league.
Little league. Yeah, we call it Pee Wee.
Got it.
Now we call it Pee Wee.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm with you.
Raiders, baby. Shout out.
That's it. Shout out.
Yeah.
That's it.
So we did Pee Wee football, and then I got into track. Track was my thing.
That was your thing?
That was my thing.
What'd you do?
I did a freshman year. I was 1-2, and then when I graduated, I was doing 2, 4, and 800.
Oh, you were fast.
Yeah, I was pretty quick.
If you're in the 1 and 2, you're fast.
Yeah,
I mean, you're getting on it.
But
right when that gun sounds, we're off.
Hardest race though, 400 meters. Hard.
Yeah, I did track too, and I was 1-2. And Coach Banfield,
your coach threw you in the 400 one time.
He tried, and I did it one time, bro. And I did the 400 one time. My uncle was my track coach, and I was like, "Yo, Uncle Mike, I'll do it, but you don't want me doing this because this is not for me, bro." I was like, "This is a different breed."
A killer.
The 400's crazy.
400.
I know all the athletes watching will know what we're saying too.
God,
400's crazy.
Yep.
How were you? Were you good?
I mean, humbly. I think my fastest, I got 49.9.
Dog.
But that was still slow.
I mean, but that's still.
It was fast. It was quick. No, it was quick. It was real quick.
But dude, I don't know how Alabama rocks, but like, that's a good spot.
Oh yeah, I got 49.
But you always got those athletes that are just running that 43,
43 in high school, 44 like, in high school.
You're not supposed to be in high school, bro.
No, not at all.
100%.
Dog, I thought I was fast my senior year. Then we went down to the Sugar Bowl Classic. In Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
What happened there?
And there, they have the heat sheets up. So it's like, I'm like, coming in there a little arrogant. I'm like, I hit my 49. Dog, there are high school kids hitting 45s.
It's like, dog, what am I supposed to do?
5 seconds off, you're not catching up.
You're giving it your all to 49. These guys are running 45. And those strides, bro. That's all I remember.
Pulling up to the finish line, coasting in.
Bro, I remember the one thing I remember. I was at a track meet in Stroud, Oklahoma. Yeah. Anyone watching this who was there with me will know what I'm talking about. There was these dudes from Tulsa Central that were doing their strides, and it was like, I shouldn't be here.
Gazelles.
This isn't for me.
Yeah, it's not.
Like you're.
I'm going into music.
Yeah. Now we're in music, but it's like, dude, you are different. Yeah, and absolutely. They're probably still running right now.
They were in the Olympics, to be honest. Probably.
I love it, man. Well, I really love your music, bro. So I really want to tap into that.
Yeah.
Talk to me, man. We get out of high school. What goes on after that? You go to college? What's going on?
So right after high school, so my dad went to Notre Dame.
Okay.
And he took me up there my senior year, and I was like, "Dad, I'm not gonna waste your money. Like, dog,
this one ain't for me, bro.
This is a hard no."
My man.
He was like, "I appreciate you for that."
100%.
So I ended up getting a singing scholarship to this JUCO college in Birmingham.
Wow.
Did that for 2 years, and then I went to University of Alabama. But I've kind of been playing guitar and all that stuff, and went to University of Alabama, just eyes like this, like
this is
shit,
crazy,
man. Girls, like,
bro,
it was
the
crazy.
shorties, bro, that's a
baby.
different breed. That first time you get out of that small town and you see all the girls, it's like
it's a different thing, man.
There's you, and then there's you, and we're not used to that.
It's a different
thing. And it's like we got that one girl that was probably fine in high school that had a boyfriend, and we didn't get to hit on her, you know. So this was I feel you, bro. I mean,
yeah. So went down to University of Alabama, and she started playing guitar, man. Like would go to every single open mic around town, right?
Really?
Every single open mic, every single house party, playing like my 4 songs I think at the time that I knew how to play.
I want to tap in on that real quick, bro, because anyone who's trying to like get on the guitar and see what's going on, when did you start that?
I started basically I kind of started fiddling around with it my senior year, but I was still like real heavy in the track and stuff. So
yeah,
it wasn't full time or anything. So right when I graduated and went to JUCO, I literally remember, I'm telling you, I locked myself into my bedroom for a year.
Wow.
Like, I look like, what's the movie with Tom Hanks where he's on the island? You know what I'm saying? Like with the
I know, I've seen it.
Yeah, Castaway.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm talking about I look rough because I wasn't hanging out with nobody.
Man.
Like, but I practiced nonstop.
And me and you, we're musicians, bro. So I remember the same thing. I was playing college basketball, hurt my knee, I picked up a guitar at the Bartlesville Pawn Shop.
Yep.
Bro, that first 2 months of playing guitar, you're a weirdo. Like it's like you can't sing with it. You just gotta fit. You get the creases and the calluses. The calluses.
Yep.
It's like that's just part of it, bro. So I remember. So you did that. You got the guitar.
Grinded it out.
Okay,
so
you're grinding it out.
Grinding it out. Playing literally anywhere I could play. Any coffee shop.
Wow.
Any open mic. Sounding like shit. But I kept going.
Yeah.
But I kept going. People were like, I see something.
Yeah.
So they would just encourage me, and it's like I'd be doing these little coffee shops, and next thing you know, like I'm playing, and there's like 50 people coming
showing
to see
out.
me, you know what I'm saying?
That's a big deal too.
Yeah. So things started kind of getting busy. I left University of Alabama and then just started touring the SEC schools, like doing all that stuff, playing all the big college bars.
Where'd you grow up singing? Did you grow up in church? I grew up in church singing. Where'd you find your voice?
Yeah, I feel like all of us did church.
That's it, man. So you knew you had a little something.
Absolutely, a little something.
And then you get those strings, get the voice with it. Then it's like, okay, here we are.
Yeah, once everybody has that moment where you sang your first song where you could strum and sing.
Do you remember yours? I remember mine.
What was yours?
Mine was Pretty Heart by Parker McCollum. And that's literally CGD. And I was like, oh, I'm singing with this thing. Like it's like
clicks all of a sudden.
That's a great point because when that first one hits, it's like, okay.
We got this.
I can do this.
We got this.
I'm capable.
Listen to me, mama. Listen to me.
Mom, listen to this. I just learned this. And it's probably really bad, but I'm with you so much, bro. Yeah. So you start touring these SEC schools.
Start doing all that kind of stuff, right?
And you got out of college?
Yeah. I left college.
Talk to me about that.
So I had a conversation with my dad. I came home from University of Alabama. And I was like, listen, Adam, like I said, my dad went to Notre Dame. My mom was top scholar in college and all that
Smart
stuff.
People.
Yeah, very intelligent.
100%.
And I was just like, listen, Dad, I was like, I got to be totally honest with you. I was like, I want to do this music thing. And like, I come from like a line of teachers. Like,
same.
My grandma was a teacher.
Same.
Grandpa was the first black principals in Mississippi.
Insane.
Like all that kind of stuff. So it's like education is like top notch. But I just went to him. My dad's real cool. I was like, listen, man, I was like, I don't want to waste your money. I was like, if you give me a chance to do this, like, I'll make sure that like I see it through. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, if you're gonna do this, my dad was like, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this. You ain't gonna play with it,
bro.
And I didn't.
We're very similar because it was the same way. I was playing college ball, like I said.
Yeah.
Learned the guitar. I hurt my knee. I started picking the guitar. Yeah. And then I got healthy to come back. We got sent into quarantine, and I told my fam, I said, y'all, I can do this online because quarantine and sent it all online. I was like, I can do this online stuff, y'all, but I'm not in love with it. It's like, I told him, I said, I need to really lock in on this music dream. And of course, because my dad's an educator, my mom's an educator, my grandma's an educator, my poppy's an educator.
You know what's going on.
We're very similar. So it's like, at first they're like, what? They're like, okay, but we're gonna support you, which is a blessing.
Right.
So I want to know, bro, once you kind of get past that that line where it's like, okay, I'm fully in on this. I'm going to chase that. You're touring these SEC schools. What's that like? I've never done that.
It was off the chain, dude. I'm talking about we're at Mississippi State, we're at Oxford, we're at Auburn, we're at Alabama, we're in Tuscaloosa, we're in Athens, Mississippi State.
You're everywhere.
Every single one. Like we were just running it, man, playing for all these, putting up
acoustic or full band?
Full band. Yeah. Just playing at every frat house, every frat party.
Grinding.
Like, yeah, because the Greek kids, they're going to blow you up. You get in the they make all the decisions. Like
great point.
Everyone. I mean, I remember watching like Riley Green start out the frat houses. I remember watching like Morgan Wallen in the college town. Sam Hunt.
He went to the frats.
Went to the frats and the sorority houses.
He did. That's it. So I feel like
strawberry wine, big
That's it, baby. I mean, that's like that's a big deal. So I mean, I that's why I don't want to miss on that because that's a big part of it.
Big deal.
So you're getting a crazy experience right off the top because all these college kids are trying to go drink, especially at the SEC schools.
Yes.
And you're playing in front of them. Right. It's got to be a crazy experience.
Man, it's crazy, man. It was great, man. And it's like they just support you, man. If you cool, I mean, you're always gonna have like some of the kids in fraternities that are like, oh man, this is my like.
Totally.
Everybody was cool as hell. They're like offering us them Little Caesars pizzas,
baby, and we're in on them Little Caesars. Hot and ready.
Every time, every fraternity, they're like, yo, we got you a little meal and everything back in the dressing room, or basically like a fucking broom closet or something.
100%.
It's always Little Caesars pizza, some Busch Light.
Count on it.
Some
Count
Aristocrat.
On it, bro. That's the American dream. If I've ever heard it right there, bro. Bird. That's the American dream. I want to go back real quick before we get too much into it. What did y'all do for fun, bro? Like back where you went to high school?
Yeah.
Cause like we had to find just weird shit to do. Yeah. Because exactly.
That's
Walmart.
So we would kick it at the Walmart.
Yeah.
We would have like everybody would fight at the Winn-Dixie.
Boom. So there was the fights.
Yeah.
Over the beef, over the girls usually.
Yeah, that's for the fight. Everybody, because it was Z71s everywhere. So everybody, they'd like form a big circle. It's like, I'm going to beat your ass.
Yeah.
Meet me at the Winn-Dixie.
And everyone's pulling up in the trucks and we're in the tailgates.
Right. But here we go. Here's the thing. We would talk about it too much. So the police would be like, we know y'all going to be at the fucking Winn-Dixie.
That one cop. Bro, that's the crazy thing about small towns. We never switched up the location. Right. Ours was a city lake. I grew up on the lake and everyone was like, if someone was about to fight, we'd find it out at school.
Yeah.
And like this kid would be like, I'm about to fuck you up at City Lake.
That's it.
And word gets around in small towns. The cop pulls up. Matt Waltman, that's my man now. Matt Waltman would pull up and be like, y'all need to go home, bro. I mean, I get so y'all would fight. Y'all would go to Walmart.
And the Exxon. So the Exxons were when we would just go to chill, like
gas
the Exxon
station?
gas station.
Yeah,
everybody just pull their cars in.
Isn't that wild?
Out. Yeah, just buying snacks and shit.
See, this is what's weird, bro. My our little chill out spot where we would be at the high school, bro. Well, I mean, think about this. We'd go to school for 7 hours a day.
Yeah.
At about 7 p.m., everyone would be like, pull up at the high school. Like we weren't just there the whole day.
Like why we go back?
Like why do we go back? But we did it, and everyone would be in the parking lot.
Yeah.
The cop would drive by every 30 minutes, make sure nothing crazy is going down.
Yeah.
But small towns you can't beat, bro, because they just let us stay out there.
It's so much fun, man.
We're getting out. We're not in trouble.
Right.
We're in public. It's like, and if fights go down, we're going to City Lake.
We do that. Yeah. We do the fights. We do that, buy the snacks, and then we go mud riding. Like
talk to me about that. That's a big moment.
That's it.
Y'all just we would hop in the truck and get out.
We would hop in the truck and we would go just tear shit up, man.
I love that, bro.
But I would always be like mind blown because some of these kids would really have like some $45,000 trucks. I was like, yo, daddy's letting you do that.
I don't think he knows about that.
No. Yeah,
I totally understand that.
Just tearing them trucks
There was a dude named Trenton Hewitt who he might be watching, or not even Trenton. He was Trenton Day, and my man he had this crazy car, and it was the same thing where it's like, bro, do your parents know you're doing this, bro? Because this car should not be doing this. This truck should not be doing this.
Right, for
so
sure.
I feel that 100%, bro. I wanted to tap into that because my small town people, that's part of growing. I mean, that's it. That's a big moment of our lives.
Yeah, that's all we did, man. And we were happy, man. We were so happy back then. Like it was because we didn't have I felt like we didn't have all them options.
100%.
So we just kick it. We spend a lot of time with friends and
man, I think about it sometimes too. Like with people who grow up in big towns, nothing wrong with that. They can't help it, but it's like, I can't imagine just hitting Chipotle like 5 days a week. That just wasn't for me, bro.
Right.
We're going to the Sonic or McDonald's, and that's where we're at.
Okay. At Sonic, what are you ordering? What's your order?
So at Sonic, I mixed it up. They just brought the wings, you know, the barbecue wings.
Yeah.
So that was a new thing. But whenever I was in high school, I was getting that quarter pounder with the bacon, and I was that bacon cheeseburger, son. And then when I wanted to mix it up, get a little weird, I'd get them those little chicken the whatever they call them, tenders.
What
do they call them? Chicken.
Are they popper? No.
Pop.
Yeah. The little popcorn chicken. Popcorn chicken. Yep.
That. So I would get on that and get a couple sauces.
Yep.
What'd you get? Did y'all have Sonic in Alabama?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We thought we had literally just got big time.
That was the world.
Sonic, right?
That was huge, bro.
So we got the Sonic. Then we got so I would always get like the tater tots with the chili cheese.
Huge.
Right.
Big moment.
And I don't even want to say this on camera because
Please say
Edge is here and he's about to fucking make fun of me. Chili cheese foot long hot dog.
Hello.
Pause.
Give me a little bit of that. Giving a foot long with the chili, son.
I didn't even want to say it. Damn.
I love it, bro. I mean, I love that. So anyway, we went on. I mean, I have a lot of, I have people on here, but my small town people, I got to tap in on our small town life. That's a big part of our lives, man. I love it, bro. So let's get into the music part, man. So you're playing the SEC schools, really getting a good experience. What's the next step there? Do you come to Nashville, LA? Where you at? What happens next?
So next step was I just kind of like started really buzzing like crazy. So
how'd that happen?
Man, just playing so much.
Yeah.
And like getting so many like downloads on iTunes and all that stuff. So like the record labels come for you.
Totally.
And one day I get a call on a Sunday. And it's like, hey, this is Craig Kelman at Atlantic Records. And
Hello.
I like hung up on them. Cause I was like,
my man hung up on him.
Cause I was like, my friends are playing a joke on me, right?
Totally. Oh, you thought it wasn't real.
On Sunday, I was like, Atlantic Records, Craig Kelman.
100%.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, good spam risk. See ya.
Yeah, I think he had hit me again, and then I hung up on him again, and then finally I was like, okay, maybe this is really real. So like, ended up chopping it up with him.
Yeah.
And he's like, blah blah blah. I heard your music, blah blah blah. Boom, boom, boom. Flew me up to New York like a few days later.
Wow.
Sat in his office.
How old were you then? You remember?
That was probably like 26, 25,
wow.
something like that.
Yeah.
Flew me up there, man, and we're chopping it up. And he was like, you know, blah, blah, this. I like the way you write, blah, blah, blah. What are you doing? And so flies me back home. And I was like, man, I'm the kind of dude where I'm following up.
100%.
Like if I don't get a deal right then,
what we doing?
You won't hear from me.
What we doing?
So I kept blowing him up. I was like, hey man, I was like, I don't really know why you flew me up there, but listen, I was like, I'll write for you.
Yeah.
I'll be an artist, whatever you want to do.
Totally.
And so finally he hit me up. He hit me up like a week or two later and he's like, yo, I'm starting my publishing company. I want to sign you as my first writer. So whoop. First song I ever got cut by a major.
You signed that thing?
Yeah, I signed that thing.
And then what?
And then I'm up in his office, signed the deal. Then you remember
in New York?
Yeah, New York City.
Okay.
And then you remember like Tony Braxton, right?
Yeah.
So I'd been singing this song called No Way. That was my song. Tony Braxton heard it. And like when I'm signing it, Craig's like, yo, I got somebody on the phone for you. I ended up picking up the phone and it's like, hey, this is Tony Braxton. And like, keep in mind, Unbreak My Heart, one of the biggest songs of all time.
Huge.
And she's singing my song that I wrote in the kitchen.
In the kitchen?
In the kitchen. My mom was cooking that day and I wrote it in the kitchen. And now Tony Braxton's singing it.
Bro.
So fast forward from there, like start writing for a bunch of people in LA, wrote tons of songs for Cody Simpson, like all his like little songs.
Who else you write up for up there?
Jennifer Lopez.
Bro, what?
Yeah, I wrote a song called Going In for Jennifer Lopez.
What was that like? That's a massive artist.
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, I didn't meet her because she ended up recording it at her house.
Totally.
So I was like kind of like sad about that. But yeah, she heard a song of mine. Sierra ended up hearing it first. She cut it. Then they had the same manager, and he played it for J-Lo in the car. He's like, listen to Sierra's new song. J-Lo grabs the song from her and cuts it herself.
Stole that thing.
Yeah, and then ended up being in like Step Up Revolution or whatever that movie was.
Like who'd you write it with? You remember?
I wrote it with my guy Jay Angel. God, who was that?
How many people were in there?
So I wrote the chorus with my buddy Sebastian in Birmingham. And then it ended up getting to L.A. and then these other dudes
Small town boys, baby.
Yeah, in my studio.
Unbelievable.
Next thing you know, J-Lo and Flo Rida got it. Did really well.
Incredible, bro.
And then next thing you know, wrote a song for Akon called So Blue with Claude Kelly.
It also incredible. Bro, it's a massive artist.
Yeah.
So like that's the same deal. You just write a song and send it off to your people, and then they find it with Akon.
First song I ever wrote when I moved to LA was a song called One Shot. It was one of Simon Cowell's boy bands from X Factor.
Incredible.
Went number 3. Like first song I ever wrote in LA.
Bro, I mean that's incredible.
Yeah, so it's random, man.
I want to tap in on that. So you moved to LA?
Yeah, I lived out in LA. I could either go to New York or LA.
And talk to me about that experience.
Yeah, so I was like, I could either go to New York or LA, so I ended up going to LA, which was off the hook.
You liked
the
it?
Best experiences of
I lived
my
up there
life.
too for a year.
Where were you?
I was in Burbank.
Okay.
So I was doing the same thing, and I was writing. I was writing for girls.
Yep.
It was like that was a cool vibe. But I want to hear you moved to LA.
Yeah, I moved to LA, still wearing camouflage and buckled jeans.
That's it. It's like, what am I doing here, man?
Wearing duck boots and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wow.
But it was cool. So my guitar player at the time moved out there with me, and we were just writing songs for people, man. Golly.
Incredible.
It's great, man.
So I mean, but those are mass. I mean, top of the top pop artists. So did your experience from like growing up on different types of music, did that help you write those pop songs? Because you sing country. But it's the same way for me. It's like hearing all those different types of music. Is that what helped you write those songs?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, because it's like there's gonna be days where I'm like writing for DJs. There's gonna be days where I'm trying to pitch a song for Morgan Wallen. There's gonna be days where I'm trying. Yeah, it's just all over. So it's like it's good that we got to listen to the music that we listened to growing up, so we can pivot and like be able to write in any kind of situation.
100%, bro. A big thing here for me has been. Because I don't want to get, I mean, I sing country music as well, but I don't want to get burnt out on it.
No.
And we grew up on so much.
Yeah.
I'm doing the dance stuff too, the EDM, and then we'll go write a pop song, and then we'll come back and we'll write country radio.
Correct.
So, I mean, that's really cool to hear. Yeah. I didn't know how much we had in common.
Oh, yeah, man.
And that's why this podcast is raw, bro. Man. It's like, we're going to have to get after it for sure. That's awesome, bro. So talk to me about, you're in LA, you're writing songs.
In LA.
What's the next step to where it's like, shoot, I want to come to Nashville.
Yeah, so we're in LA, and we're about to start working on my album. We're about to open up the budget. Right?
And what was it, country music or pop music up there?
So, funny story. I was doing it was just more like Southern music.
Totally.
So we're out there, and then one day we're out there sitting. Aaron Bayshuk, I'm gonna say it. Aaron
My man.
He's the president of Warner Music now.
What's up?
He signed me, and we were just sitting at this bar on Santa Monica Boulevard, and like this Black Eyed Peas song came on, and he was like, "Man, what do you think about?" He's like, "What do you think about?" Forming a little group and doing like Black Eyed Peas. I said, what the fuck, man? I didn't come out here to be no Black Eyed Peas.
100%.
So like, I was just kind of like, here we go. So we're about to start, and it just kind of we never got to that next step. So we've been writing, but I did what I'll say about that situation. Atlantic Records was straight up changed my life.
Yeah.
Like, I will never say anything bad about them. Like, they put me in so many situations in Nashville, LA, London, all over the place. Like, I got to write for so many massive artists and stuff like that. But it just, what I was doing was too soon for them.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
100%.
And I get it. So like, we're out there, and then I'm like kind of at the end of it, where I was like, maybe I'm gonna move back down south so I can get back to like playing college towns and like getting back into my area.
Back, getting your little realm, that little spot.
Yeah. So
you know all about that.
Yeah, back down here. I'm taking trips back and forth, and I was like, one day I was just like, man, you know what? Like, 2.5 hours away. Like, why don't I just live where the action's happening?
How old were you then?
I did that 2.5 years ago.
So
I moved 2.5 years ago.
Okay,
so like
that's not very long ago at all.
Because my buddy Josh Hogue was like,
what a dude.
Yeah, he was like, come live with me. So I moved into his house, and then it just kind of started everything, man. And I was like, man, I need to do my own thing. You know
wow. So you make that move to Nashville, and that was 2.5 years ago?
Yeah.
What is that looking like, bro, when you move here? Well, I mean, what's the vibes? Like, what are you doing here?
I was instantly, like, when I moved here, I was like, man, this is home.
100.
Like, this is home, dog.
This city is moving 100%.
It's home.
But for people that are from a small town, and we share a cool connection because we both did the LA thing.
Right.
This is
home. You get the best of both worlds.
100%. This city's moving. You get that fast life. But there's a lot of southern little qualities to it.
There's tons of it.
Like, people are good. Yep. People like to help each other. Yep. I mean, I feel that 100%.
I always tell people this is like, Nashville to me is like LA, but real nice people.
100%, bro. Like, that is spot on, bro. Where it's like people, the biggest difference I've seen, and no shade to LA because I love my LA people, but it's like people here are really down to help you.
Big time.
It's totally, it's a competition. Everything's a competition, but here it's more so, what can I do to help you? Let's go get coffee. Let's go out and drink. Let's go get drinks. In LA, I mean, maybe I didn't get that experience.
It's not like that.
It's more studio. Let's rock.
It's very like, I feel like here, I feel like in LA, like the guys that I wrote Jennifer Lopez song with, I haven't written with them ever again. Like we literally had a hit and we never wrote again.
And in Nashville, bro,
we're gonna write for 40 years.
That squad did something right. It's like let's lock in on that.
Right.
I mean, I love that, bro. So you've been here. Talk to me about what's it been like, because you've been working on your artist stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's doing really well, bro. Congrats, man. Honest, I'm gonna start with that. But what's the next step here whenever you start working on your artist stuff? What's been going on with that? Man, how's that been?
Yeah, man. So it's been good. We released my first song last October, West Country to You, that just got played.
Fire.
Yeah, it's dope. Yeah.
Fire song.
Man, it's good, man. Apple Music, shout out. Thank you for the support. And then we dropped another song called Another Round in January that's doing really well. And now we're about to release my next single called All I Need.
When's that drop?
That's going to drop, I think, what's that? August 4th.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
So we just got the final mix today.
Oh, let's go.
So it's going to master next week, and then we'll do the 6-week rollout. You know what I'm
saying? Incredible.
So I'm pumped, man.
I mean, I love that. That's really exciting. It's really exciting. So, I mean, I'm super tapped in. Told my boy who's here, I was like, we gotta tap in on his music even more, because, bro, you have a great voice.
Yeah.
You can tell you have a lot of influence from different artists and different genres but you bring it into what you do.
Yeah, just kind of mash it all
and
together.
100%. I do the same thing. So it's like, that's really exciting to see what you're doing, bro.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what a cool story, bro.
What's the song you sang at the showcase?
The Boys Don't Cry one?
That one, but there's the one about where you're from. Like,
Oklahoma Sooner.
Oh, boy, that thing.
My man.
That thing's dope. I love that, man.
Bro, that's one thing I want to tap in real quick, too, about, because we've both wrote pop music, and we both got into the country lane just because how we grew up. The country space, I've had a couple artists on that I've talked about it with. The country space is way different in the writing realm than pop.
Big time.
What have you seen? What's been your biggest difference in writing that pop music and then coming into country, which you're home to, but what have you seen the biggest difference being?
Pop world, you can just say whatever you want to say.
All melodies too.
I mean, think about it. Work.
Yeah,
work,
exactly.
Work. That's the whole chorus.
That's what we got.
Bring that down here.
And it makes me feel good.
Right. Bring that down here and see what somebody says.
Dog, we can't say work that many times, and we can't say works 4 times in a row, bro.
Like
100%.
You can be very like straight to the point in pop music. Country, you can't. You got to have the twist and the turn, and then the catchphrase at the end.
100%.
Like, you got to have it, or it's like no one's messing with it.
It's insane. So before we get off this subject, I want to ask for anyone watching who's not started writing, who's not done their artist stuff, what advice do you have for anyone who's writing country music? What's your vibe? What do your sessions look like? What do you come in and do? Normal day in Nashville.
Yeah.
What's the vibes?
Man, I'm telling you what, like anybody who's really trying to get into this thing, if you're close to Nashville, you need to start writing with people in Nashville.
Totally.
Like get ahead of the game. Like even if you're like young, like high school, like figure out a way, hook up with BMI, ASCAP,
totally,
and start writing so you can see what you're going up against. Because it's like one thing. It's like my homeboy that played. He was the best wide receiver in college football for University of Florida. He was like, that was one thing, but when I got hit the first time playing for the Patriots,
watch this.
It's a whole nother thing. He goes, everybody's as good as me.
That's what it is, bro. And I think a lot of people, especially from my fan base, new people watching, we grew up in small towns. We don't get to really see what the whole world really brings.
Right.
And moving here, me and you in LA, these people are so good, bro.
Beast.
They're so good.
Beast.
And I think me and you will agree on this. Say it for the people watching. You got to get out of your comfort zone a little bit. Yeah, because especially if you're trying to do music, and I totally get all my people back home who are working and they know it. I love the blue collar work, but if you're going into music, I want anyone to hear this. Get out of your comfort zone.
Get out.
You have to, because that's where you find growth.
Big
For
time.
me, and you agree too,
Yep.
it's like you have to go see what you're competing against. And even if you're moving here, go to writers' rounds.
Right. Absolutely.
And, or I mean, and when I first moved here, go to Broadway. See, these dudes are crazy
Monsters.
good.
It's the best. It's the best person. It get you. Everybody that's the best in their hometown moves here.
100%. So it's literally like, if you think about it, we both grew up in sports. It's like, bring the best squad together and let's play each other.
That's right.
And if you come to Nashville and LA, they got two different vibes, but you're going against the best of the best.
Yep.
And it's gonna make you grow, because you're gonna see people and you're gonna be like, I'm not as good as I thought it was,
Right,
bro.
right.
And it's like, then it gives you that, it gives you that hunger where
Right.
it's like, oh, I gotta get better.
Absolutely.
You're with me on that?
Big time.
So
Big time.
anyone watching, get out of that comfort zone, man, and just get a little weird
Yeah.
with it. Your parents might tell you stay home. You can do get out of that thing, man.
out of there, man.
Just it'll make you grow so
Yeah,
much. That's
absolutely.
my biggest thing here. So I'm glad you agree with
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
Bro, I want to head to my next segment, which is called Rapid Fire.
Okay.
So talk about this, bro. So I'm gonna ask you like 5 questions. You got to answer them off the dome. And I'll tell you why, because people will answer, and it's kind of cool to pick artists and athletes' minds, what comes off the dome right when I ask a question. So I'm going to ask you like 5.
Okay.
And I want you to just answer. Don't even think about it. Okay, bro. So here we go. First question is, dream collaboration, dead or alive, who are you choosing?
Michael Warren and John Mayer.
John Mayer.
Yep.
Insane. Okay, next. If you could move anywhere you want to, where would you go? You can move anywhere out of the country.
Anywhere.
Where would you move to? Where would you get a house at?
Costa Rica.
Oh, great answer. Your last meal, bro. Say me and you are together. Last meal. We're about to die. I don't know why.
Okay.
I don't know. Zombie
All right,
attack,
about to
baby.
die.
And what are we having for a meal? My boy Edge was gonna cook it up. What are we? What? I don't. That's debatable. Edge was making it, so it's kind of scary. But what are you choosing?
Dog, I'm eating ribeye.
Oh yeah,
Ribeye medium rare.
Yeah,
loaded mashed potatoes. Some macaroni and some cheesecake, baby.
I don't. Edge, I don't know if I would have chose a different answer. I think that might be I would have chose ribeye, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes. Probably cheesecake,
Yeah,
bro.
some cheesecake, boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so we got to go out to eat, man, because like we're gonna be getting the same thing. That's amazing. I mean, what an incredible answer, bro.
I'm going out like that.
I love that. I mean, that's it. That's all the questions I had to ask, because that'll tell me a lot about a person. Dream collab, and then my last one is, if you could play any venue sold out, where would you choose?
Madison Square Garden, baby.
Very similar people, bro.
Let's go.
I want to go to Madison Square Garden, sell that thing out. I saw Kane Brown selling that thing out. I guess that was probably like 3 or 4 months ago. And it was like, this is crazy.
It's crazy.
People are really tapped in.
Tapped in.
And it's like, once you get to that moment, that's got to be a life-changing experience.
Without a doubt.
So hopefully me and you are there someday, brother.
Yes,
we might be
sir.
playing together someday. You know what I'm saying? I love it. Well, I want to get into my last segment, man. A lot of my music, a lot of my fan base is big on mental health.
Yeah.
I put out a song called Boys Don't Cry, which is really big about
Great
men's.
song.
Thank you so much, bro. About men's mental health, which doesn't get talked about enough. And I want to tap in with you, bro, because I mean, you've lived a life, man. You've done some crazy things, and I want to know whenever, because we all go through it, especially as men, we go through it where it's like we're at the deep ends of our life.
Yeah.
What have you done whenever you've gone through that dark time to get you out of it? I do a lot of songwriting is a big one for me. What do you do to kind of help you get out of that?
Man, you know, for me, like when I'm really like going through it, which we all, well, I mean, in the music industry, it's like it's so much highs and lows.
Totally.
There's no consistency.
No.
So it's like a lot of highs, a lot of good times, a lot of bad times, a lot of sitting by yourself in your apartment,
100%.
wondering, like watching other people like get married, have kids, buy their dream house, like lay roots. And
Keep talking, bro.
And you're just over here, just like, man, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? But at the end of the day, it's like I know that my purpose, I've tried to give this shit up too many times, and it doesn't matter what other opportunities come my way. I'm always coming back to this. So, for me, I'm very, like, faith is like my biggest thing. Like,
Love, bro.
Faith, I do a lot of praying.
Love it.
A lot of talking to my dad. My dad and my mom are like my absolute rock. And they pulled me out of so many places.
That leads me to a point, bro. That's a really big point. With even the song I just put out, where it's like men, women, anything, speaking up is a really big part.
Yeah.
And we grew up playing sports, and we grew up, playing music. It's like, that's not a really popular thing to do, is to speak up, especially as men, bro. It's like, sure. Keep it in, man. It's like, you're good, bro. But I think that's a really big moment, is you speaking to your parents.
Oh, yeah.
About what you're going through, what's bothering you. And that's a really big point, bro. So I really respect you for that. Seriously, I really do. Because it's like, it's not easy to speak up, and I didn't know how to at first. And I don't know, I don't think most people know how to.
Right.
They don't know. They know what they're feeling, but it's like, I don't know how to speak up about it. People are gonna think I'm weird. People are gonna think I'm they're gonna feel sorry for me. And a lot of people are like, man, if you would really just speak up, what you're going through, it helps a lot.
Absolutely.
Another thing I've done, I don't know if you're into it, meditation has been really big for me.
I've been hearing a lot about it.
It's been really big, bro, where it's like, I'm gonna wake up in the morning, and I'm not gonna get on my phone, because first thing, you usually keep that phone on that charger, and it's right next to your face, bro. And it's like, I'm not gonna hit that phone. Let me wake up. Let me go get outside with the nature. Let me go see what's happening with the real world. Walking.
Do some walking.
And like, that stuff really helps a lot, bro.
Absolutely.
It does. And like, that's been a big part of me. I want to ask, does songwriting, with the songs that you've written, does that help a lot with anything you're going? Do you go to the studio to kind of, like, for a therapy session?
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely times where I do that, and I mean, songwriting has definitely helped me through some major things. I just think, for me, we live in such like a pressure-filled world to like win, like,
totally, bro.
Look good, like do this. Like there's never been more pressure. But you have to just realize that like everything's fucking smoke and mirrors. It's like we're all going through it. It doesn't matter. Like some of my most famous friends in LA, I've spent many nights with them, like, and them wondering, like, they have all the money, they have the big mansion,
they have everything,
millions of dollars, and they're like, they're
fine female. They got that wife.
That's right. They got everything. So it's like, it's that you just have to, like, for me, as I've gotten older, I just count my blessings.
Love it.
I truly count my blessings. I truly wake up and I'm like, let's just be real. Like, wearing Tacova boots, like, life can't be bad.
You look good, bro.
I got the sweatshirt on. Life can't be bad. We're doing a podcast. Life can't be bad. And it's like, I don't worry about what I don't have. I just start focus on all the things that I do have.
It's a big moment. That's a really big thing that you said, bro, because whenever you can tap into a lot of people, which is I get it. A lot of people think about the future.
Yeah.
And it really stresses them out. We do it too.
Right.
And it's like, but when you can tap into what's going on right now, live in the present, bro, because the future is out of your control.
Correct.
That is, and I'm a faith guy too. Correct. So God has that plan.
Big time.
So, being able to like live in the present moment and just be like, I am very thankful to be right here with you, sitting right here. And anyone like not doing music, not doing that, think about the little blessings in life, man, that we getting to spend time with family, bro. Getting to whatever. Go to the barbecue. Go to a restaurant. Go with your people and just live a life. It's a big moment. And my number one pet peeve is like negativity.
Yes.
And I know there's a lot of negative in this world, but if you allow that to take if you allow that to take your life over, you don't have to.
You don't have to.
You don't. If you can, there's so much, even for the people really struggling, if you can find those positives that's happening in your life. Waking up, bro.
Right.
Waking up, being able to walk.
Right.
Think about things we take for granted.
Right.
If you can just really think about going to walk, going to have a job, going to get paid. If you don't have a job, you're still getting to walk.
Absolutely.
It really changes your perspective.
And I think you also have to surround yourself with people that aren't going to fucking fluff you. Like,
great point.
You need to have people that are going to be like, listen, dog, you wrong for that. Like,
100%.
Like, why are you like worried about that? Like, you got to have people that are going to tell you what you don't want to hear. Like, if you surround yourself with people that are yes men, that are going to be like, oh, go along with you, you're never going to grow. And I want to grow. I want to always continuously grow. So it's like, I'm going to be around people that are like, why are you crying over that girl? Like, why are you worried about that shit? Like,
100%.
Like, you need to be focused on this. Or, like, why are you not doing this when instead of doing all that stuff? Like, find people that are going to challenge you and have your back. Obviously, like, love you unconditionally, but also people that are, like, that love you enough to, like, be like, hey, man, we're going to get you out of this funk.
Bro.
Like, let's do something.
There's a study on a quote. There was a quote I heard, and I went and really looked into it. And it's like, you are the average. You're the sum. You're that average. I wasn't good in school, but I understood this one. It says the 5 people that you hang around the closest to, you're going to be the average of those. So you make your decision, bro. If you want to be around a bunch of losers, chances are you're probably going to be a loser.
Right. Absolutely.
And if you're going to hang around some people who are motivated and have a goal, it's going to push you, because if they're working towards their stuff, bro, you're like, well, I got to get on my thing.
Correct.
100%. So I think that's a big deal, man. I think that's huge.
Accountability too. Let's talk about accountability. See, nobody wants to have fucking accountability.
They don't.
Right? It's like, woe is me, woe is me, woe is me. Well, if you act like a fucking fool when you go out and drink, stop drinking.
100%.
If you're dating, if you feel like every guy that treats you bad is blah blah blah, you're picking the wrong fucking guys.
100%.
And vice versa.
You got to have those people that will tell you.
Correct.
Like my boy back here, he'll be like, if you're talking to a girl who's toxic, it's like, bro, she's right. You think she's gonna change?
You can't blame her. You have to blame your response, like what you're doing.
She ain't gonna change. It's like, okay, you got to figure this out, buddy.
Let's go
on to whatever you got, because she ain't gonna change.
Right,
so it's the same. It's the same deal, bro. I really love that, and I think like what you said is really important, bro, because I think a lot of dudes we even hang out with, people watching this, girls, man, whatever it is, bro, it's like, just know you're not like alone in this. Everyone's struggling, dude.
Everybody got issues.
And you said you've been with the top of the top people in LA and Nashville, and it's like they're going through it too.
Right.
So you can't feel alone. It doesn't make you weaker to be like struggling at all.
We're all struggling.
You got to fight your way out, son. Don't give up. That's what it is, bro. I mean, I really love that, bro. So my last segment I want to talk to you about is what are you excited about, bro? What's going on in the life? I mean, you said you got a song coming out. Talk to me about, what's the song called?
Yeah, the song's called All I Need.
And it comes out when? Do you remember August?
It'll come out August 4th.
August 4th. Yeah. That's big. That's sick.
All streaming platforms, yeah. And it basically just wraps up kind of what we talked about. It's like, all I need, man. Everybody has all they need.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you just have to look within yourself to find it.
You got to find it.
Yeah, and it's just a feel good, like, summertime song, like talking about my hometown and like what we used to do, and it's like you don't need much to be happy,
man.
And that's it.
That's facts.
Yeah, so
you just gotta take and get your blessings in there, bro. And it's like we grew up. I mean, it sounds very similar. This has been really cool, and it's really cool that we've tapped into all this. And you got a song coming out.
Yeah.
This episode will be out before that. Yeah. So I want all my people to go tap in, because you've heard all the conversation, and it's like that's really exciting, bro.
All I need. So we're doing that, man. Playing a bunch of shows this fall.
Cool.
But man, it's just exciting times, man. Because it's like anytime you can get out and people know the words of your songs and people are asking you to come play.
Totally.
I mean, that's once again, man. It's like, what else can you ask for? You know what I'm saying?
That's 100%.
Yeah. So we're pumped, man.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, pumped.
That's a blessing, bro. Well, I mean, I really appreciate you coming on, bro. I want you to tell my people in that camera right now where to follow you at. What's the Spotify? Just let them know real quick.
Yeah. So once again, my name is Michael Warren from Birmingham, Alabama. Now living in Nashville, Tennessee. If you want to find out more about me, you can go to Michael Warren online on all social media platforms. Check me out on Spotify, Apple Music. I think Tidal even.
Tidal, baby.
Maybe we might Tidal.
I think Tidal's on there.
No way, I'm not on that. But yeah, all the other things you can find me. Just type in Michael Warren and you'll see me. Probably got a Bass Pro Shop hat on.
My man, it means the world, bro. Y'all make sure you go tap in. I've already been listening, bro. I listened, especially since I met you at Teddy's Tavern. I was like, number one, you're dope, but it's like I know this man's got something. So y'all make sure to tap in. Any of my people watching, any of the new people coming in watching from Hooch. Y'all tap in, because you're onto something, bro.
Let's go, man.
And I'm in all the way, bro. I really am. So it means the world that you came by, bro.
Absolutely appreciate
means the world. Glad we got to chop it up, and we'll probably gonna hit the red door after this or something.
Turn up.
My man, all right, appreciate y'all. This is another episode with A Break with Jay with Michael Warren. Thank y'all for checking it out. Peace.
You can't stop this train. You know we not doing it for the fame, but up in the city, people knowing the name. Cause we don't stop, won't stop, yeah, we keep it rolling. Don't stop, won't stop, yeah, we keep it